Kelly here with rosiescramper.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have a beautiful DIY background paper project for you tonight. And so I'm going to be using Art in Bloom. My greetings and my dots will come from Color and Contour, and then my greetings will come from Biggest Wish. So again, I'm using Art in Bloom as my main stamp tonight, but a completely different route from the other night if you saw the one I did the other night. And by the way, if you're joining me live, I'd love for you to say hello. Let me know that you are here with me. So here were the cards from the other night using the Art in Bloom embossing folder as well as the die cuts. But tonight I'm going to do these for you, and I'm going to show you how to stamp this background paper. So all four of these cards came from one sheet of basic white paper. So these are photopolymer stamps, so I'm going to grab my foam here, make sure those fit nicely together so I don't get weird holes in the middle. Grab my paper, I love stamping on a nice new clean sheet of paper. It's so fun. Let me grab a piece of copy paper here too to kind of protect my space. There we go. Alrighty. So what you see in the screen there is the host code for June, which is also listed on my blog, rosiescramper.com. And I have a different camera tonight. And so I'm going to kind of cover that up because I want to make sure that my paper gets in there fully. And it looks like it's doing this weird adjusting thing. I hope that that stops soon. If not, I might have to, in the middle of this, switch to my phone because my phone doesn't seem to be okay. So camera can't be accessed because it's being used by another application. I don't understand what that means. So I seem to be having trouble on YouTube. So maybe what I'll do is end my YouTube and just have to, yeah, it doesn't look like I'm live on YouTube at the same time. Bummer. All right, so it's just Facebook tonight. I'll have to upload later on YouTube. All right, so let's get started with this stamp right here. The stamps that come in, and I'm going to need this one. I might as well just get all of the ones that I need, right? So I'm using all of the like insides, flower insides and leaf insides, and not the outline for tonight's project. So let's pick that up and then check to see how straight it is. Not very. Let's see if I can get my head in here a little better. If there are camera issues, would you kindly let me know, because like I said, I'm using a new camera tonight and I don't know if I have any issues with it until somebody tells me I have issues with it. Also, would love to know how the sound is, because I think I'm doing my sound with the new camera as well. Okay, almost ready. Just stamp, stamp, stamp. Oops, That's too big for that. That'll work for that one. And then the smallest one for here. Okay. Sorry to make you wait through all of that. Starting with Smoky Slate. And here's what we're doing. And I'm actually going to cheat. Let's see, where's my mouse? There's my mouse. And look at the pictures that I have uploaded on my blog to kind of copy this exactly. So I actually got my blog post done before I started. Tonight, so that you guys could check the link if you want to. So this one I'm going to go a little higher and stamp off, and then down over here. I'm trying to go straight, but it doesn't really matter too much if I don't get this perfectly straight. Once all of the images come together, no one's really going to notice at all. And then I think one more right over here. And that does it for that image. Now I'm going to come in with this dotted stripe, and that color is going to be Balmy Blue. So I can make this bigger. Let's see what's going on. All right, now I can see what's happening with the camera a little better. Okay, so I can keep an eye on it, see if it's getting all weird. All right, so with these dots, I'm just going to come right along that stripe right there, and then these inside right in the middle, and then right here. This background stamping technique where you fill a whole sheet up with stamped images is so forgiving. So just kind of let yourself go a little bit, give yourself permission to do some boo-boos. Feeling like I need one more stripe up there, so I'm going to go ahead and get that Smoky Slate out and do one more. I think I came down a little bit more than planned there, and then I'll come in with the dots as well. Here we go. Next will be the smallest flower image in Poppy Parade. So in case you're wondering how I came up with this color combination, it actually is from one of our paper sets that is available to you as a hostess only. It's one of the hostess gifts. Hello, Denise. Thanks for joining me tonight. What are you up to today? Anything fun? All right, so the first one's going to be right there. And then I'll do another one over here. Just kind of looking for corner type positions for this Poppy Parade flower. So notice that this image has some nice shading to it. It's because it's a distinctive stamp. So it's designed to be a fill-in for the other flowers. Then I'm going to do another one right over here, like that. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for that. You know what? It looks like I have kind of a big blank spot right there. So I think I'm just gonna that right there. All right, our next color is Crushed Curry. Oh, nice. Good for you. One should always take a day to relax. So like I was saying about my blog post, I have the blog post finished, and so if you want to try to recreate this stamped one sheet wonder on your own, I have the pictures of each step, each stamp that I used. I took a picture after each one so that you could see each stage along the way. Now I can't promise that I will always do that, but for this particular one I did get it done. Okay, so I'm going to do another one right over there, and maybe another one right there, and we'll call that good. The third flower image will be in Petal Pink. So this is the largest flower image. And let's see, where did I do this? Like I said, I'm cheating by looking at the image that I stamped earlier. There. I think I missed a crushed curry right there. Right there. This type of stamping is so relaxing to me. I love just kind of perusing the paper and deciding where to stamp. And this one, I often will have a little bit more of a plan, but on this one, I really, it's really more random than I think many of the others. There's a little bit of a plan, but not too much of one. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the Granny Apple Green now and the large leaf image from Art and Bloom. And let's add some leaves. Now notice when I stamp the leaves, I'm rotating and kind of keeping their tips together. And I'm not being super particular about are the tips exactly touching. I'm just kind of doing it quickly. But that's kind of the goal. And stamping twice with each ink up. There, and how about in here? I think maybe a little along the edge here. Like that. Okay, that looks good to me. Now I'm coming in with the little double leaf and back to the smoky slate. If you have any questions as I'm going, let me know. They are super fun to do. I agree. All right. So I decided when I was working on this earlier that I didn't have enough of the smoky slate. So that's why I came back in with leaves in smoky slate. And adding those around, tucking them into the flower groupings. And doing that rotation move again. Stamping off. Let's do there. And how about some leaves together on that one? A little space right there, so I'll come in here with the gray leaves again. Lovely. What do you think so far? It's fun, huh? A little abstract-y looking. All right, so I'm going to come in now with the trio of flowers with the Flirty Flamingo. So if you are inspired by this background stamping sheet that I am making tonight and do one of your own, I would love to see what you have done. Thank you, Denise. I'd love to see what you come up with. And there's some lovely people on Rosie Scrapper Stampers who would love to see your work also. You would be inspiring them too. So Rosie Scrapper Stampers is a Facebook group, and you just have to request permission. But I'd love to see your work. So I'm doing 3 stamps off of each ink and kind of keeping it as a little cluster, and maybe one more right here, and that looks good. And then the last thing is one of my favorite things to do on these background sheets is some masking, and the masking that I'm going to do is in Pool Party with a blending brush, and I think that's in my drawer. Yep. So the name of this is Plenty of Patterns Decorative Masks. There are 4 designs in there, and this geometric one is what I'll be using. So just rubbing my brush into the ink pad. So I put this up in the corner, and it doesn't really matter if it moves. I'm kind of going for the white spaces. I'm not really trying to do every area, just looking for the areas that have white, a lot of white. I am doing some on top of, and the only time I have to worry about lining up is when I'm in an area right next to something I've done. So see, I don't really need to line it up, although it was pretty easy to do that. I want to get this little spot right there in the middle. Wasn't that fun? I love this technique. There. Let's come over and do some of these white areas here. And a little bit more. Almost done. And then right over here. Yay. Oh, it looks so pretty. A little bit more up, right up here, because this is actually going to be used completely all the way to the edges if I cut this in the same way, which I think I'll go ahead and show you how I cut it. Oops, I see another really white spot over here that I'm going to get rid of. There we go. What do you think? Oh, I'm not done. I forgot about the dots. And the dots really help this. So Color and Contour is the stamp set that these splatters come from. It is how I'm going to survive without the Into the Woods, I think, is the stamp set that left. All right, so I am actually going to re-stamp with all of my flower colors, Poppy Parade, Crushed Korean, Petal Pink, and then I'm also going to do more Smoky Slate. Okay, so let's get started with the Poppy Parade. And I'm going to just do a couple of stamps of dots right on top of each one of the Poppy Parade flowers. Like that. Doesn't that add something special? Now I'm going to have to clean. Oh, good. Thanks, Denise. I had a couple of people this week add some really beautiful things. I think you'll like it. So, Crushed Curry is my next bit of dots. Clean off again. And this time, Petal Pink. And then we'll come in with a little bit more of the Smoky Slate. And the Smoky Slate I'll use on top of the Smoky Slate leaves, and then just kind of in those white spaces. Ooh, I missed a Petal Pink flower there. Let's get it. We don't want any of these flowers to be left out, do we? There we go. Alrighty. Ta-da! All right, let's grab the paper trimmer. So the first cut, and this is described on my blog as well, the first cut is going to be at 3 inches. And then I will be putting this on a slimline card. And then the next cut is going to be at 5 1/4. And that will leave a 2 3/4 inch piece, which you could do another slimline card with, or you could cut it off a little bit and make a bookmark out of it, trim it down, use it for some of your insides, anything you want. And then I'm turning this, so this is my 5 1/2 inch strip. So I'm turning it along the 8 1/2 inch side, and I'm going to cut it at 4. So then it's cut to, oh, did I do 5 1/2? I meant to do 5 1/4. I did 5 1/4. Phew. No, all of a sudden I panicked and thought maybe I did 5 1/2, but I wanted 5 1/4 and I cut it at 5 1/4. So then this side is cut at 4. So those two pieces are cut the exact same size. So now they're cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And so those will be used on my card fronts. And then this little 1/2 inch strip can go inside one of the cards. So let me show you the cards I made again. And again, there are pictures. I'll describe them a little bit for you so that you can see what I've done here. So this card has the 3 inch strip, and this is on a piece of Pool Party. I haven't done the inside on this one yet, but this was cut to 7, and then this is the 8 1/2 side of your paper. And then I just glued actually I tied 2 layers. So I used 2 pieces of the Pool Party sheer ribbon. And so that's why the bow is kind of fluffy and puffy. So I stamped You're Absolutely Amazing, which is from Color and Contour, it just in black ink. Now, if I had it to do over again, I would probably, and what I'll probably will do with this one is stamp You're Absolutely Amazing all over the card. And then these are old, retired, faceted gems. I think they're really a dark purple, but I thought they looked kind of black. But we have black, matte black gems that you could purchase if you wanted that black gem look. And so then with the two, or the other slimline card, I used crushed curry, and because it's a narrower piece, thank you, Denise, I really appreciate that. I like your purple hearts. I tore a piece of smoky slate and then just kind of roughed it up the edges. So that's a quick and easy, low cost way to step up your cards and give some interest. And then I did the same thing. So the same greeting with the gems again. I love that card. I think that crushed curry, really, I love it. And the combination, crushed curry with the smoky slate, I like that. Okay, so then this one is on a piece of basic white thick, and then I used the, I think that's from Stitch So Sweetly dies. So I have back here some sheer Pool Party, like what was on here, and then I used some of the trim that is from Simply Elegant trim. You get gold and silver in there, so that's just a little bird's nest of that. And then I added a bunch of sequins from the Artistry Blooms sequin set. And then the last one is on pale, oh, I had all kinds of words in my head. Petal pink. I had pretty in pink and pretty petals, but it is petal pink paper. And then it's stamped in, oh, did I show you that stamp set for these greetings? This is Flirty Flamingo. Biggest Wish. This is a really fun stamp set. I'm so glad I got it. I just got it recently and I'm so happy about it. I love the big letters and the combination of those block letters with that script. Love, love, love. So then I used the petal pink organza ribbon and a little bit of the gray twine. And the gray twine is from Baker's Twine Essentials Pack. You get 5 different types of the Baker's Twine. So that's the gray that I used. and then of course some sequins, and the dies, the little leaf dies, came from the die set that comes with the Art in Bloom bundle, where you get the bloom dies and the embossing folder and the stamp set all together. So those are the products that were used. I thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I hope that you will, and give me a thumbs up. Those thumbs up are very appreciated. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. Until later, happy stamping.